Welcome to another video from SpanishListo.com. In today's lesson, we are going to review the subject pronouns. Let's start to define what a pronoun is in English. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun to avoid repetition. For example, in English, I received the car this morning. I saw the car and then I realized I should paint the car again. Also, I thought I should fix some other stuff in the car. To avoid constantly repeating car every single time, languages develop something called pronoun that goes instead of the noun. When I say I received the car this morning, I can then say I saw it and then I realized I should paint it again, and so on and so on and so on. So we just avoid doing that. There are a lot of different pronouns in languages. Today we're gonna be focusing only in subject pronouns. A subject pronoun is a pronoun that serves as the subject of a verb. In other words, is the personal pronouns that you know in English, like I, you, he, who is performing any particular action. It indicates who or what is doing the action. There are some slight differences between Spanish subject pronouns and English subject pronouns. We can divide pronouns in singular and plural. Same happens in English. We have yo, which the equivalent in English is I. Then we have tú, and here we have a very important difference, because in Spanish we have two different kinds of you. One is more familiar, more common, that's the two that we normally use with people that we know, and then we have the other two, which is formal, is to people that we don't really know or we have some kind of respect, like our parents or our bosses or just the elderly people. Then we have él, which is the equivalent to he, and then we have ella, which is the equivalent to she. In other words, we have a he and a she form in Spanish. What is very interesting is that in the Spanish language we don't have the equivalent to it. As you see, there's nothing in here. And the reason behind it is that in Spanish we need to use él and ella to refer to every single thing in Spanish. So if we are talking about a dog and it's a female dog, we will refer as él, and if it's a female dog, we will refer as ella. But the same will occur with objects, animated objects like chairs, cars, refrigerators, buildings, etc. Now let's talk about the plural aspect of the subject pronouns. We have nosotros or nosotras. It's important to know that Spanish by default is masculine. That means that nosotros will refer to a group of people, mixed group, either male or female. Regardless who in the majority is male or female, we will always say nosotros. Now, if it's only a female group, ladies will say nosotras. Another important difference in Spanish is that we include the pronoun vosotros or vosotras, which means you all. This pronoun is only used in Spain. This is not used in Latin America at all. For that, we have ustedes, which is a generic form for male or female and means you all. We don't have any problem with the Spaniards to understand them, and they don't have any problem with Latin American to understand when we use vosotros or ustedes. Finally, we have the they. in English. But in Spanish, we have they masculine and they feminine, and they are ellos and ellas. In summary, the subject pronouns in Spanish are yo, tú, usted, él, ella, nosotros, nosotras, vosotros, vosotras, ustedes, ellos, and ellas. If you are willing to have more lessons like this, please subscribe to SpanishListo.com and you will have one-to-one lessons. Also, you can follow us in our social media. See you on the next video.